This is the lineup for the Wolverines, and looking at Steven Valkenbach, he's obviously a very strong player and a key player for them. Tandile Zonke, the speedster, and Daniel Mpaki, very steady and strong player for this lineup. The personnel for the eThekwini Spears, looking at Kyle Bowles, he's one of the key one-pointers in that team, and Dlamini and Shabalala, number 9 and 10, they will be looked at to do a lot of the work for this team.
And it's a big high ball, high jump between two very big men there. Gama for the Wolverines and Shabalala for the Spears. It's a big clash here at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. Wolverines in the white, left to right on your screen, and the eThekwini Spears, they're in the blue. They'll be playing right to left, and first shot going up for the Wolverines. Wolverines, the form side of the competition so far. And takes the free shot easy as you like. Not even a minute gone in the clash. Kevin, tactically was, what would that have been about?
Yeah, I think Coach James Matetwa just saw things not quite going how he wanted to go right at the beginning, so I thought, well, let's just put it right now. And you see Steven Valkenbach, and a lot of pressure there, putting a basket down for the Wolverines. Jaco van Niekerk, he was the captain of the side. Now Tandile Zonke has taken over that role.
2 more points. And it looks like the Wolverines have come out with no prisoners attitude. They're going to go for this game big time. They want to maintain their shooting average, which is exceptional. Prior to this game, their average is 89 points a game. And Kevin, in any form of basketball, that's outstanding.
Zonke just showing his chair skills. Basket will be good, and there'll be a free shot.
Gama, excellent basket off the glass, fouled in the process of shooting. 2 points count, 1 to come.
Yeah, Dlamini, the guilty party, but
no problem on the free shot for Gama.
Yeah, I was going to give him another shot, but there should have only been one because the basket counted.
Shot going up for the Spears, and an outstanding shot.
This is Valkenbach for the Wolverines. Defense has actually been quite solid with the Spears, but the shooting has been good from the Wolverines.
Great play from the Spears. Deserves to be 2 points. What a wonderful play that was from the Spears. Finishing off exceptionally well as well was Kyle Bowles. What a game he's having. The team in red and white. The Wolverines without the services today of Jaco van Niekerk. He's received a 2-match suspension. More about that later.
Kyle Bowles for the Spears.
But here's another opportunity for the Spears. An opportunity taken.
Yeah, that man Shabalala.
And on paper, they certainly look the part, but paper's one thing. Valkenbach was always going to be fouled there. Zonke gets the second quarter underway from the halfway line. He immediately takes the ball, takes the possession from Valkenbach. Zonke looking for some opportunities, top of the key. Tandile Zonke being set up for the shot. Not afraid to take it either, but missing, Wolverines missing quite a few baskets at this stage of the game.
Yeah, Kyle Bowles just taking a hard tumble there, and the ball was coming back, so they stopped the game. becomes dangerous, but he's back up on his wheels. Looks okay.
Finally, the Wolverines to take a basket. Only one basket scored in this quarter so far for the Wolverines, so they've really tapped off on the shooting and the scoring department. And the Spears, well, they're making merry. They're back in this game.
Yeah, the Wolverines are just missing sitters now. Started off well, but they've really gone off the boil.
They started off like a house on fire. They were just unable to miss, it seemed.
Yeah, the Spears would be very upset that that didn't end up in a basket, but he was fouled in the process, so it will be 2 free shots.
Wow.
Well, there was a clean basket if ever there was one. And Coach Matetwa is happy.
Make that 2. Number 13, lucky for some. Well, there's a response. Maybe that's just sparked the Wolverines to say, we've been very slack. Perhaps one of the dangers that the Wolverines have to watch, Kevin, is that they, at the moment, have a very, very high shooting average per game. And psychologically, they'd like to keep that, but are they over pushing it on the attempts?
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to, they've scored quite a few games where they've scored over 100 points, and I don't know if they were trying to push this one into that sort of position as well. Valkenbach fouled in the process of shooting, so he'll have 2 free shots.
Opportunity just to slow things down. And Valkenbach even missing on the free shots. Takes the second though. Perhaps that'll just put them back on track. But one would have thought at the beginning of this game that the Wolverines would be far too strong. Clearly missing the leadership of Van Niekerk at this stage. Just brings that calm to the game. Golden opportunity taken. Mazibuko taking his time on the shot. Big reply though.
Yeah, Tucker Beckett. Normally a very good support player, but he's getting in on the points. That's his second basket.
Tandile Zonke. Well, the Wolverines are popping down some of those baskets now, but they're having to work for them. There's absolutely no doubt about that. It's not plain sailing. Fabulous basket taken by the Spears. And Gama will know that he should have scored that. Big man, lots of height. Should have been a formality to put those 2 points down off the glass, but didn't take that. 1.5 minutes left.
Yeah, and the Spears are sitting on collective fouls, so there'll be 2 free shots, and Valkenbach the man to take them.
So the magical 40 has been reached. Takes his own rebound, looks for convert 1 into 2 and does exactly that. So the coach is quite happy now. What's happening now is, although the Spears have finished off with a basket, they're just shooting from anywhere at the moment. Excellent pass from Valkenbach. Results in 2 points.
So halftime stats for these teams, 41% shooting average. Always look at the 2-point average for these teams, and 41% is not happy. I don't think the Wolverines will be with that, and 33% for the Spears, also not good at all. Turnovers again for the Spears is a bit of a problem, and those turnovers generally get converted to points. And you look at the steals on the Wolverine side, that also gets converted to points where they steal the ball from the Spears.
Second half gets underway at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre, and it's the Wolverines 44-23 over the Spears. They hiccuped a little bit at the beginning of the second quarter, did the Wolverines, but then they seem to come back with their normal regularity in the scoring baskets department. Spears, well, they've played a great game so far by anybody's standard. So the Wolverines starting the third quarter in the same fashion that they did the second. They're just putting up the shots, they're not dropping.
Until Mpaki comes along and pops on in.
Well, it had to happen sometime. The Wolverines, just a great all-round side. And for those of you who may not have picked it up or heard about it, but the Wolverines are a franchise that have been born with the amalgamation of the Pumas and the Blade Runners. So they become the sole franchise from north of the Yuk-Sky. Great little pass back, that had to happen, and this really needed to be a basket. Wow, what a way to finish off. Just to clip the backboard, take the speed off the ball, and the ball will drop, and he missed it completely. Made amends though.
That time he hit it, yeah.
And this is the 22nd year of this magnificent tournament. Arguably the standards have risen tremendously, and there is a wonderful shot taken. Valkenbach just faking it from the top of the key, and there's Tandile Zonke opting not to shoot well. The ball's moving around well. Whistle had gone though, and it was an opportunity.
Remember, he's a low pointer, he's only a one-pointer.
Well, that makes no difference in this department, and he's just proved that.
Remember, you're allowed 14 points on the court, depending on the points of your disability or ability.
Must be a contender for the MVP, one would think. Valkenbach with a rebound. Long pass over. Well, a little hook shot didn't ever hurt anybody. Wolverines definitely have an opportunity to keep that magical shooting average. They're on an average of 89 points per game. And one must remember today they're without the services of Van Niekerk. Suspended. A little bit of misbehavior, we understand. Lamine just pushing his way through. And there's another opportunity gone.
Yeah, the interplay with the Spears players is so good. They're just not finishing it off.
Well, that's how you finish off under the basket. Daniel Mpaki showing you just how it's done. Magical, and there is that bonus point, the Wolverines. Wow, finally the Spears do come good. And that came from
Shalembe.
Shalembe, yeah, Zakele Shalembe. Very good basket, high off the glass. And how about that? Wow. So, interception there from Spears, giving the Wolverines possession yet again. Relentless, the Wolverines. Valkenbach, top of the key. Bang! 3 points. I'll take that. This is the last quarter, and there is the score at the start of this quarter, end of the third, beginning of the fourth. 70-25, the Wolverines lead. It's a very handsome 45-point cushion they hold at this stage.
Yeah, Andy, just looking at the quarter scores, 23-13 in the first quarter to the Wolverines, and 21-10 to the Wolverines in the second quarter, but the third quarter, 26 to the Wolverines, 2 points to the Spears.
Oh dear, that's something that the coach of the Spears would not like to see, that his team only took 2 points in a quarter.
The Wolverines just getting that ball away.
Tandile Zonke doing very well there, pulling away to the left, drawing some players with him, and finally the Wolverines have opened their account. The eThekwini Spears, formerly known as the Marlins. 2 points taken.
Yeah, Valkenbach back on court. He had a bit of a break, but immediately comes in with a 2-pointer. The Spears are still putting their effort in, but just not sinking the baskets, unfortunately. They're still sitting on 25, which was their score at the beginning of this quarter.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do in the shooting department. I certainly understand that they're a team on the rebuild, and you can see that just by the amount of new names appearing on their team sheets. But there's a load of work to be done in the shooting department, because had they sunk some of the easier misses that they've missed, they certainly would have been in this game. At one point they were only trailing by 8. They had made a bit of a comeback, but the score right now approaching a 50-point cushion for the Wolverines. And the Wolverines, don't you worry, they will want to scoop every single point possible out of this game. They have a point to prove. They've lost possession, and Mpaki losing possession on that occasion, but look who's there to come and steal it, the ultimate thief on the basketball court. Tandile Zonke. Supremely fit is Tandile Zonke. Even in the fourth quarter, he's still got the edge on everybody in terms of speed, acceleration.
Yeah.
And he's not too shabby on his shooting either.
Yeah, it's been adjudged an unsportsmanlike foul, and quite rightly so. So it'll be 2 free shots in their possession from the halfway line. And Tandile Zonke does the business on both those shots. Yeah, but just a bit too casual there by Tandile Zonke. But still, the Wolverines have possession.
Yeah, good hands from the Spears. And again, just a sign to say, look, the score's not everything in this game. We're out here, we're still playing. And so is this man. Valkenbach would have been a close contender as well, without any shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, and the other one on the statistics, looking at being a most valuable player, is that man, Safiso Gama. Easy intercept there by Tandile Zonke, or rather Daniel Mpaki this time.
Mpaki has also had a solid game. Your Supersport man of the match. Valkenbach just easing his way to the basket. Misses on that occasion. Overshot. Missed the glass. Too much air on the ball. But he's back for the steal.
So Wiseman Dlamini putting that basket down for the Wolverines. Easy intercept there by Valkenbach. And
easy as you like.
that just, with that.
Yeah, that just looked like a little bit of a session on the training ground. Still 2 minutes left. And I'm quite certain that the Spears will be quite happy to see the back of this game. It's been a long, hard slog for them. And Mpaki pushing it through. Take 2.
Yeah, Wiseman Dlamini did well because he fumbled the ball to start off with, but managed to get it up, and 2 points down.
Make that 90 points for the Wolverines.
The ball stolen again, and Dlamini again. Just not converting it this time.
It's amazing how many of these simple baskets seem to have been missed. Valkenbach, man of the match, on the steal. Just feeding it through.
Yeah, weak shot there from Siachecha.
Yeah, Valkenbach doing all the hard work. Well, finally we do see something from the Spears. Just on a minute and a half left, but
yeah, that's their first basket this quarter.
Yeah, you can't play at this level scoring 1 basket per quarter. It just doesn't work that way. Looking for a three-pointer just to steal a little bit of thunder. There was Daniel Mpaki. It's 2-on-3, should be 2 points here. Wow, a flurry of baskets from the Spears. But when you can go out and play an average game by your standards, missing one of your top players, and still score 90 points, well, Kevin, I guess that speaks for itself.
Yeah, it certainly does, and it just shows the depth that they've got on their bench.
Here is your man of the match. Is he going to have the last little move? Yep, flicks it through. 2 more points.
Committing a foul, so it'll be 2 free shots for Dlamini for the Spears. Nice hike, but not going down. So the full-time statistics, the Wolverines just dropping in their 2-point percentage to 47%, and the Spears dropping even further to 27%. Put up a lot of shots, didn't convert them, and turnovers 43 to the Spears. Those getting converted into points for the Wolverines big time. And the steals 34 for the Wolverines, making a big impact on the Spears game. The game leaders, there you see Valkenbach, who's the man of the match, dominating really for the Wolverines, and Mazibuko doing the business really for the Spears.
Well, Stephen, this is becoming a bit of a habit. Man of the match yet again, congratulations. Fantastic performance, but from an overall point of view, must be a little concerned about some of the shooting in this particular game, fits and starts.
Definitely. Thank you very much for that. And our shooting definitely let us down. I mean, we could have really taken the score and run with it, but we're going to look at it. We're going to work on it. We definitely focused on that. We saw that that was a problem that we needed to fix. And the first half, we had a problem with our defense. Someone was always slipping the full court press, but we rectified that in the third and fourth quarter, and we slowly get in there. We just need to fix our shooting a bit.
So news coming through of Jaco Faniko's suspension just before this game, and obviously that would have thrown some of the game plans out, your linkage and all the rest of it. How did that affect you?
Definitely. When one player's out, it definitely messes with the team chemistry, mainly just on court, because we get so used to combinations and that. And when one man leaves, especially just before the game, and we don't prepare ourselves for it, it takes a bit of time to adjust, but we adjusted in the second half pretty well, and we hope it comes back soon.
Well, I guess the proof of the pudding of the value of Jaco is going to be in your next big game, which we're going to look forward to hearing what happened in that, and that'll be up against the Lions. But until then, fantastic performance from yourself. Congratulations yet again. You'll be able to open your own franchise just now.
Thank you very much, Andy. We'll see how tomorrow's game goes. It's definitely going to be a tough one, but it's going to be an exciting one.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Ciao.
In the log as it stands now, after that match, the Wolverines having pulled up and played the same number of games now as the Lions, puts them on top. The Lions second, and the Eagles on 9, but the Eagles have played quite a few matches, or one match more than the top 2, and then the Sun, Spears and Mongoose bringing up the rear.
My play of the day from the featured matches was this magnificent three-pointer from Lions player Witboy.
Fabulous player, Mzaleni. Oh, well, there you go. Take those 3. Take the 3.
Well, all are welcome to join us at the Vodacom Mandeville Indoor Centre. There's basketball every Saturday in June. If you can't get down here, though, join us for the next highlights reel, and that'll be brought to you on the 15th of June. Until then, from the team, it's goodbye.